Oh, hey, it works. Hey, welcome back, folks. It's Brian, and welcome back to BG Model Workshop. We are doing Mail Call Monday. We got a couple things in over the weekend and a couple other things during the last week, so we thought we'd share. All right, so first off is something that's actually going to be going out in the mail. Our friend, Mr. Tim Brown, had done this really cool video about a person on Facebook, or actually has a Facebook page that does I'd say decal restoration, I guess is a good way to say it. I'm not quite sure, but I want to give it a try. Now we have some Johan decals here. It was for the ambulance, and I don't know if you can see how they're kind of kind of munched up a little bit and stuff. They're not that great looking and a little toasty, so we thought we'll send them off to this guy and see what he can do. We did contact him, and it's STS Scale Model Decals on Facebook. And we wrote him, we told him what we had. He contacted us right back again, that second almost, and said, please send them in. We'll take a look at them, see what we can do. So we're going to do that. We got them all set up and ready to go. Just need to put them in an envelope and send them off to him. And we'll keep you guys kind of posted on how the process goes and see what he can do for us. Hopefully he can reach not too deeply into his bag of tricks in order to help us out with that, but we'll see how it goes. Now, stuff that came in the mail for the inbox. So that was the outbox, this is the inbox. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Munchkin Modeling Man 72, our friend Daniel, for the awesome new shop card. Some of this stuff is just really cool. I really like how that Gundam came out. That's kind of cool. That card's pretty sweet also. But yeah, thank you, Daniel, for the card and the very kind words in the back. And also, Daniel sent us our medallion. That's right, because we participated in the 2022 Eggplane build, we get to get a medallion. Now, they are sending out two different versions of this. If you did one with Ukrainian colors or in support of Ukraine, you get one that has a Ukrainian flag on there or something like that. I did not do that. Now, I didn't do my helicopter in Ukrainian colors because I did not want anybody to think I was making fun of what's going on over in Ukraine or that region of the world. Didn't want to see if we're making light of what's going on over there. We did the helicopter with the egg beaters for the rotors, and then we just really liked the fact that it was very toyish and very cartoony, so we stuck with that color scheme. But yeah, we wanted to participate and show our support, but we didn't want to seem like we were detracting from what's actually going on over there. So again, Charlie and Daniel, thank you very much. And thank you again for the medallion, because you guys are raising the bar on what it means to be a host for a group build. And next group build I end up hosting, we're going to have to talk to Mr. Papa Dan and see if he can't create something for us as well. Okay, so more inbox stuff. Okay, this is, some people have been waiting for this. You know what that sound is? Sounds like 50 shop cards. That's right, we finally got our shop card order in from Vistaprint. It took a little bit longer than normal, but we finally got them in. And we're going to get these signed up and sent out here pretty soon. While we were at Vistaprint, online doing their shop card reorder thing, it was Mrs. BG's idea that we actually come up with a business card. So here you go. Here's a BG Model Workshop business card. Now, these are not... It's okay, I've got 89 more. These are not going to be sent out in the mail to folks. These are for in-person stuff, specifically because it has, that's right, a QR code on the back. So when people are talking to us and we're like, oh, hey, we have a channel, we're talking about like at a show, we don't walk up to people at Burger King and we're like, hey, check out our channel. Not yet anyway, but yeah, when we're talking to somebody like, oh yeah, we got a YouTube channel, watch our YouTube channel, we're gonna have whatever we're filming, we're gonna have that featured on the channel type of thing, and then we'll be like, here's a card, scan the QR code on the back there, it'll take you directly to our channel, and next thing you know, you have a new subscriber. So we did that through Vistaprint. If you're curious about how we go about doing it at Vistaprint, maybe I can do a video about that. It is very straightforward to do. You just create an account. You can upload all sorts of images and files. And they even have customer support that's right there. So if you have a question, you can contact somebody through their chat thing. and they can answer questions you have going on there. But if you would still like me to do a video about that, post down below in the comments. Let me know. If there's a lot of interest in doing that, then we will definitely give that a try, I guess would be the best way to do. Now, other things that we got in the mail. I blame Mr. Thomas Schrei for this because he was the one that let me know that I was this close, within one, of creating the triumvirate of the Stuart tank based tanks. I guess it's a motor carriage. I'm not quite sure what you want to call it. But yeah, so we got this guy here. This is the cool one. This is the U.S. Howitzer M8 motor carriage, and I love the fact that it's called awaiting orders. They're awaiting orders. So there's a guy up there with the machine gun, you know, hey, I'm waiting for my orders, and there's a guy down there with his binoculars waiting to go look at something. So, you know, I love it. But yeah, so that completes the Stuart tank carriage triumvirate. So now we have them all. Collect them all, folks. Collect them all. And then while we were at the Model Car Mafia meeting this last Saturday, hopefully you guys saw some of the videos of those. Our friend Steve Del Sesto, a good friend of ours, decided to gift us this. He thought we would very much like this kit. This is an old monogram kit. It's a Lola GT, and it's 1/32 scale, so it's small scale. And I tell you guys, this is already the front runner for the small scale group build that we might want to host again back in 2023. So future time. This car, it's molded in this really cool metallic-y blue color that Revell likes to use, or Monogram likes to use sometimes. Look at this cute little guy. Isn't that great? He says the whole thing is there. I have no reason not to believe him, but this is just the greatest looking little car. So yeah, he says they used to use these as slot cars back in the day, and I guess probably still today. But I'm glad that this never got used as a slot car, because I think that would have been destroyed at some point, you know, from racing. You know, what's the old saying? That's racing. But yeah, this is really cool. So thank you, Mr. Steve. I appreciate that very, very much. And that's going to go into the small scale stash for next year. So bench update. Shall we do a bench update? Sure, let's do a bench update. There's a lot going on the bench. I'm just going to grab this and wrestle it down here so you can see there's a lot going on the bench. It's never usually this messy, but we're struggling to get this NASCAR done. This was the car that we had showed in the model car, not the model car. Yeah, it is a model car guys video that we did with Luca just recently, where we talked about stalled builds and stuff. And I left that on the desk after we did our filming. I came back into the room the next day, and I'm like, you know what? I really feel like I can finish this, and I really feel like I should. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my aunt to finish it for her. So let's go ahead and just finish it. So the 32 is kind of set aside. We did have an issue with the 32 that we'll quickly touch upon, and that is this little guy right here. That's the headlight support brace thing. Goes from one fender, bridges in front of the radiator over to the other fender, sits like that, but like a platypus trying to climb out of the egg. But it's a little too narrow for the width that the fenders have. So I don't know why it took me a while to come up with this. I was thinking about getting some wire and trying to bend up a nice beautiful arc and all that stuff, and then realizing it's not going to work out so great. So it kind of stumbled across the idea of maybe we'll just strip the chrome, cut it in half, add in a little chunk of styrene in the center, and then glue everything back together again at the width that we need it to be. And we won't lose our arc, but we'll extend it the way we need to, and then we can go back and repaint it with the Gundam marker. And I'll tell you, the Gundam marker is really working out for us, because we did the silver backs on the rotors for this NASCAR build, and we also did a little bit on the inside there, so you can see it flashing around a little bit. But I really like how that's looking, so that's going to probably be our chroming cure for that brace right there. But yeah, we had the body. We just did primer on the chassis and the roll cage unit. I haven't glued those together yet. I couldn't find any gloss gray, so I just went and got some TS13 transparent clear and transparent gloss clear, and gave it a couple of quick coats. Gave it a little bit of a gloss effect. It's kind of more of a semi-gloss right now. I think I like that better than being really glossy. So now we got to do all the detail painting on the padding and such, and then we'll be ready to start assembling things. But we did have to spend some time on our engine. We don't have the valve covers on there yet, but we were just trying to figure out colors and stuff on there. And for some reason, that serpentine belt system on the front just did not want to cooperate with us, so we had to do a little bit of modifying on there, a little bit of filing and sanding on the backside of that to get it to fit down. The two areas that it's supposed to mount to, like the main pulley and then the water pump pulley, were like a little bit, I don't know, a little bit off center or whatever. So I had to file all that down to get the fit right. And then we had to strip and repaint this guy here, the rear track bar or whatever this is called, because I had originally done this all flat black and then realized, oh wait, that's supposed to be chassis color. Whoops. So we went back and tried to strip it down. We used 70% alcohol. That doesn't touch to me as rattle can. So we tried 91% alcohol. That sort of touches to me a rattle can. So we went up to 99% alcohol. That did a little bit better. And I'm like, great, we're just going to have to go to straight Kentucky bourbon. That didn't touch it either, but made me feel better about what was going on. So there we go. That's what we got going on. We're just going to try and get this car done. I want to get this thing done off the bench so we can get onto the big rig build, which is still sitting right here next to me, and get that going before we have to jump into the Pro Street group build that Mr. Dylan is hosting from NYS Modeling. So we're going to get on that build as well. We got something all picked out for that. But in the meantime, y'all take it easy. Where's my clicker? This little guy here. I just discovered this actually works for my phone. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you a little bit later on with other things going on here at the BG Model Workshop. We'll see y'all later on. Bye now. It doesn't work.